Right, a bit of an awkward job now. I'm going to fit that flag onto the ceiling. So I've made basically a sort of guide. I've measured up where the cross members are in the sort of centre part of the roof. What I've done is I've just core drilled them out, and I'm not going to muck about. I'm just smacking in M10 riv nuts. So that will bolt to the ceiling, and it ain't going nowhere with the M10s in it. So I'm going to trial fit that first. I think I'm going to have to buy some M10 longer bolts. I don't think I've got any long enough, because they're going to be recessed into there, and obviously the ceiling comes down to about there. Sorry, with the woodwork and that. So I'm probably going to have to buy some countersunk M10s, about 80 mil or something. So hopefully I'll have that up today. Yeah, my good old Riv Nutter has come to the rescue again, like a superhero. Right, that's just my form, or sort of stencil. It all lines up perfectly, and the riv nuts will hold that brilliantly. So off to buy some bigger bolts now, if I can find them. Right, good morning. Yeah, quite a productive day yesterday, quite busy. I've managed to finish one of the big jobs, but today I'm going to be carrying on with the woodwork, because I've now got my wood supply back. But yeah, the big job yesterday, which I've finished, is I've mounted that. I had to do it by myself in the end. A mate of mine was going to come over and give me a hand, who works down here, but I think he forgot. So I just got pretty angry and just did it myself, and it was a bit of a pain, but I've done it. It's riv nutted in. What I've done, you've got this LED strip around the perimeter. It's not wired in yet. It is all wired up under there and to there, but I haven't done the lighting yet. So yeah, you've got those two LED main lights. What I've done, I needed some long M10 bolts. Obviously for this, they're about 80 mil. I had to cut them down from 100 mil. I've had to order, because they're quite sort of specialist, M10 countersunk Allen stainless steel by 80 mil. So I've ordered some of those online, and I'll just replace those when they come in. So they'll be countersunk in, not protruding bolts like that. But I just wanted it up, and obviously it's easy to just change the bolts. I'll just do them in situ, one at a time. So yeah, plan for today, like I've said before, that doesn't really work for me. It goes over too far at the end, and I'm going to replace it in this sort of 15 mil high grade hardwood ply, just so that the whole thing sort of matches. Only the top. The sides will actually be 15 mil as well, only because I've got it. I've only got 15 mil and 6 mil, so I'll have to use the 15 mil for that. So yeah, hopefully today I'll have the two sides on there, or the side, and that top replaced. But yeah, the weather's a bit crap at the moment. It's sort of undecided about what it's going to do. So I need to buy a few things. I need to go to Screwfix. So I'm going to disappear, and I will see you later. Right, I'll just explain the very simple electrics now. This is obviously my PowerPoint, which I'll have in part of the boxed stuff. This here is just a very simple bit of kit. It's a power supply unit. It takes in a mains feed along there, earth, negative, neutral, and then you've got basically two outputs, V out, plus and minus. There is a voltage adjuster on this as well, which is quite useful for certain things, but I'll just set that to about 3.8 volts, and have the battery feed pretty much directly to the battery fused, and my AC supply in will go to this, and then from this again I'll just daisy chain it on to these. So that is simple. I don't really like it's a little bit exposed, this, so I'm going to fit it into one of these project box things. So I'll do a few core drill holes just to give it some sort of air flow, ventilation, but that will be encased in there, because You know, I don't like the idea of maybe dropping a glass of water or something on it. It's all exposed, so it's just a bit of protection for it. So that's a simple little job I'm going to knock out now. Right, just a slight little bit sort of off topic now. When I got this van, I checked the wheels and they don't have locking wheel nuts, thankfully. I always get rid of locking wheel nuts if they're on. You know, it's not an Aston Martin, it's a, you know, it's just an old van. But mucking around, I saw that the spare did have one, and it was properly sort of corroded in, as you can see. So just as a thing, I've got a set of these. This is a reverse thread, half-inch socket. I've got two sizes of these, and they taper in, so that will get off most locking wheel nuts. It helps if you've got an impactor to do that, which I do, and it literally just banged that straight off. So yeah, just for your interest. Right, I'm just going through the breakdown kit now. I'll test everything out. I always do this when I get a new vehicle, just run through it, make sure it's all good. The wheel is obviously held underneath the car, so it's filthy and it was completely deflated. So I've just inflated it and it seems to hold air. I'll leave it there for a couple of days. Yeah, well worth doing that. I always do it, but yeah, the two bolts, one of them I had to use my sort of bolt extractor, and the other one was stuck firm, very firm. I had to use my air impactor to get it out, so there's no way I would have got that off at the side of the road. So all this stuff would have been useless, just carrying it around for extra weight. So I'll make sure it's all serviceable and chuck it back on the van. And my mattress has arrived today. That was a mission getting that. 6 attempted deliveries by UPS and not a single text or notification or anything. But anyway, that's the way it goes with some deliveries. So with that, I'm going to chop it up into bits. There's going to be one sort of main big bit, 1 or 2 smaller bits for when this extends, and a header bit. So I'm going to get chopping that in a minute, and then I'm going to give the dimensions to my mother, who I've already sent some bedding material and zips and whatnot down to, so she can get busy with the sewing machine and knock me up some covers. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting all that in. It'll fill it up a bit better and make it look a bit more sort of homely rather than just a load of wooden boxes chucked together. So yeah, things are still happening, and it's starting to take good shape now. Right, that is an old knackered saw blade that I've just chopped. I've put an edge on with my grinder. I'll show you how effective that is one-handed. Pretty good, eh? One thing you have to be aware of, just take the end off a bit, like a sort of drop point. If you leave it too straight, it can catch. But that is footin' brilliant. Right, there you go. That's the cushions cut up. With the back one here, I've gone for a double. If I just had a single one, it'd cover that picture and part of the window, and I think it looks better like that. And this is a very long seat, so that will work better. Very, very simple and quick to cut that. What I do, I've got an old saw blade that was knackered. I just ground it down into a flat blade, put a little bit of a chamfer on the end on that bit so it doesn't catch. It really buzzes through that, and it doesn't go all the way, so I just finish it off with a very sharp normal kitchen knife. You wouldn't believe how quickly I just cut those out. But yeah, quite pleased with that. They should be good when they're finished. I've gone for a red material, like a sort of wine red material, so I'm hoping that'll work well. So yeah, good. Right, good morning. It's now Saturday, and I'm going to press on with more woodwork now because I got sort of sidetracked the other day. So I'll show you what I'm sort of planning for today, and it'll probably reach into tomorrow. This here is it's all about this unit here, which is it's only a little unit, but it's getting quite complicated. To face off this side, as you can see, what I've got there, this just pulls off. It's held in with these things. Top and bottom just gives me access. That fits in quite well. So yeah, I was originally just going to face that off blank and have some switches there for the lighting, which I still haven't wired up, but that's an easy job which I'll snipe off whenever. But it meant, I mean, there was a little bit of space behind here, so I just did a bit of boxing there, and it's a bit of space I can put fire extinguisher, etc. Just a little bit of utility space. And then under here I've actually got quite a lot of space, and I'm not going to let that go to waste. I've got a sort of bit there that fits. So yeah, I've got a plan for that, which you'll see. And also, if I go inside, this bit here, this desk is going to be a bit like a sort of bureau. As you can see, I've chopped down this top bit, so it's now that thicker high grade 15mm ply, and I've chopped it down. I've actually fitted some mood lights underneath as well, which you can't really see when you're sitting down normally, thusly. So yeah, this is going to be a bit like a sort of bureau type thing for little bits and bobs storage. So that's what that's going to be. My fabulous Union jack. I've got the recess bolts through now, so they're fitted, and that's all good. Like I say, I haven't wired up the lighting yet, but it's all ready to go. And my mother is busy as we speak at her, or should be. I hope you are, Mum. Busy at her sewing machine. She promised me she'd start that work this weekend. So yeah, it's all looking a bit foamy and blue in here at the moment. So I'm looking forward to getting these mattress pieces covered. So yeah, I'm going to get busy, and I will inform you of my progress as I go. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, good morning. It is today the Sabbath, and no manner of work shall be done. Not because I'm overly religious, more because I went to see my Polish mate last night, and like a magician, a big fat magician, out of nowhere he produced a very nice bottle of Speyside. So I'm not feeling too workish today, but I'll show you what I did yesterday, because I did manage to get some work done there. I finished off facing off those two units. With this side here, as I mentioned, it's quite a bit of space under there which is unused. It's the wheel arch, and in there I have fashioned a little drinks cabinet, which I must say I'm rather pleased with. Quite a lot of work that. It's, you know, angles everywhere, and it's quite difficult to get those runners right. But yeah, I've managed it. This actually fits by accident 2 cans side by side perfectly. I won't pretend that I did that on purpose. I didn't. But I've just lucked in a bit there. That little bit down there, I'm pretty sure I can fit 2 bottles of Black Label in that, which is pretty good. I've also quite a complicated unit, that it's just the way it is. I've also fitted on this panel here for the lighting, which I've now connected up. This, when you power it up, it actually lights up, and then if you press the buttons they light again. So I wanted something just to power the whole unit off, which I've fitted here. So when you press that, it gives you the voltage for the van. You've got this standard fag socket thing, and the lights. There's 3 lighting circuits in this van, which I'll show you now. This one is the top 2 LED lights. They are independently controllable. You can turn them off here or dim them, and they've got a memory setting. So when they're turned off and on, they just go back to their previous setting. So that's those. The next one is this mood LED lighting around the Union Jack. I might actually try and get from eBay some sort of cover or something for this, just to hide the LEDs and sort of dim it down a little bit. We'll see. I'll just jump in the van now. It's a bit dark, right? So yeah, you've got those around the side. I've also got other mood lights. There's two there. 1, 2. There's one where that foot bit is, and there's another one in that little thing, which I'll turn that on now. So you can see there's there, and those two under there, which you can't really see if you're sitting up properly. So that's that, lighting complete, and like I say, that's me done for the day, and for this episode. So largely it's coming on now. There's still a lot to do, but we're certainly getting there. So I shall see you in the next episode. Take care of yourself and have a good Sunday. See you later.